Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's your bro, Richie Rich here. Today's video is now part 6. That's right, part 6. Part 6 on the Nissan Silvia. So today's video I'll be talking to you about the next version of this car, which is pretty much everybody's favorite, my favorite as well, the S14. And after that will be the final one, and then a revival and motorsport, and then that will wrap it up. so today I'll be talking to you all about the S14 Silvia. So before I start, make sure you all before I start, make sure you all like the video, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think. Hit the notification bell. Hit that notification bell, and hit all so you're alerted of when I make brand new uploads. Alright, so without any further ado, let's begin. Overviews first, so let's do it. So it's also called the 200SX, so 200SX, and the 240SX, and say 240SX, 240SX, so 240SX, so yeah, 240SX, and so 240SX, or just basically 240, in North America. Say North America. Production was from October 1993. Say October 1993. So from October 1993. Say October 1993. Say 1993 to November. Say November 1998. Say 1998. Say 1998 in Japan. And from 1994, say 1994, say 1994, 1994, so 1994 to 2000, internationally, say 1994 to 2000, so it's internationally, so it's like across the whole entire world, say internationally. And its assembly is the same plant as the other previous S chassis at the Nissan Shatai plant. So Nissan Shatai plant in Kanda, so Kanda or Kandamachi, in the town of Fukuoka, Fukuoka, Japan. Body and chassis next. Say body and chassis next. Body style is a two-door coupe. Say two-door coupe. Say two-door coupe. Say coupe. Two-door coupe. The platform is Nissan. So Nissan S platform. Say S platform. S platform. So tired. Say platform is the Nissan S platform. Say S platform. Powertrain is next. The engine, 3 types there are. So we got two SR20s. So the first one we got is a 2 liter. So a 2 liter. So 2 liter. So a 2 liter. So a 2 liter. So a 2 liter naturally aspirated. So naturally aspirated. So normally aspirated. So just NA. So just no turbo, superchargers, nothing. Just bone stock engine. Naturally aspirated. So naturally aspirated. SR20DE. Inline 4. And then we got the same 2 liter. But this time it's an SR20. So SR20 DET. Turbocharged. So single turbocharged. Not just single turbo. Say turbo. Inline 4. Say inline 4. Say inline 4. And then the last one is a 2.4 liter. Say a 2.4 liter. So 2.4 liter. So 2.4 liter. So 2.4 liter. So 2.4 liter. Ka24. Say Ka. So Ka24. So Ka24. DE. So Ka. So Ka. So Ka. 24. DE. So DE. Say Ka24 DE. Naturally aspirated. Inline 4. Or straight 4. Whichever way works best. Transmission. 2 types there's a 4-speed auto, so 4-speed auto and 5-speed manual. So 4-speed auto and 5-speed manual. Which is good. As always, I'll go with the 5-speed manual because it's much better than just plain old boring automatics. Manuals are just way more fun. Next up, dimensions. So it's not much on there anyway, so it'll be pretty good. So on dimensions. So dimensions. For dimensions, we got 5 of them as always. So we got wheelbase, wheelbase 2525 millimeters, 99.4 inches. Length 4520 millimeters, approximately 178. Round up is like 180 inches almost. Width 1700. So width 1730. So 1730 millimeters. 68.1. So 68.1 inches. 68.1 inches. Height 1295. Round up is almost 1300 millimeters. So 1300 millimeters. Almost. Approximately 51 inches. So in height. So height 1295. So 1295 millimeters. So 1295 millimeters. Round up is like almost 1300 millimeters. Approximately 51 inches. So 51 inches. Curb weight 1253 kilos. 2762 pounds, which is pretty good. Alright, moving on to the next part. The S14 Silvia. Say S14 Silvia. So the S14 Silvia. So S14 Silvia. So Silvia debuted in Japan. So debuted in Japan towards. So in Japan, Japan towards. So in Japan towards the end of 1980. So the end of 1990. End of 1993. So 1993. It's both. So it's lower and wider. Say lower and wider than the S13. So then the S13. New rounded. So new rounded. Rounded. Styling. So styling contributed. So styling contributed. So contributed to the illusion of a greater increase in size than what's actually occurred. So than what's actually occurred. Both wheelbase and track. So both wheelbase and track were both increased, leading to slightly improved handling. So improved handling. Unlike export models, export markets. Sorry. So unlike export markets, where sales of the S14 of the S14 chassis variants faltered. So faltered. The Silvia remained popular in Japan. So in Japan. However, the width dimension. So the width dimension exceeded approximately 1700. So 1700 millimeters. 67 inches. So 67 inches. Which pushed this generation, out of the compact class. So out of the compact class. So out of the compact class tax bracket. So tax bracket, and made excuse me, and made Japanese buyers. So buyers from Japan. So the Japanese buyers liable for higher road taxes. So higher road taxes. So higher road taxes. Sales of the S14. So sales of the S14. S14 also faltered because specialty car buyers. So car buyers at the time were moving to both RVs. So RVs and SUVs. So RVs and SUVs. Both the fastback and both the fastback and convertible body styles. So body styles were discontinued. So discontinued internationally, leaving only the coupe in production. So in production, trim level designations. So trim level designations were similar to the S13. So S13. However, the club selection, short for the CS pack, was dropped. Aero variants of both the Qs and Ks. So Qs and Ks were offered that featured both larger rear wings, so larger rear spoilers, and mild ground effects. ground effects. So both large rear wings, so rear spoilers and mild ground effects. The S4, the S14, the S14 Silvia, the S14 Silvia K's received a new version, so a new version of the SR20, so a single turbocharged SR20, so or just known as the SR20 DET. So SR20 DET, so SR20 DET, with a slight bump in, so with a slight increase in power, with a slight increase in power, due to the implementation. So implementation. So implementation of Nissan's VCT, variable cam timing. So cam timing system. So variable cam timing. So cam timing system. So variable cam. So variable cam timing system. Which I believe that talked about a year ago, I think. So right around like a year ago or two, somewhere around there. Right around 2022. Yeah, right around a year ago I talked about that. So yeah, the S14, so S14 Silvia K's received a new version of the single turbocharged SR20 with a slight increase in power or slight bump in power due to the implementation of Nissan's variable cam timing system known as N-VCT. Or I'll just call it Nissan VCT. So Nissan VCT on the intake cam. So intake camshaft. So on the intake camshaft, and a larger T28 turbocharger. So T28. So with a slight increase in power due to the implementation of Nissan's VCT variable cam timing system, known as NVCT. So Nissan variable cam timing system known as NVCT on the intake camshaft, and a larger T28 turbocharger. So T28 turbo. So a bigger T28 T28 turbocharger, or T28 single T28 T28 single turbo. So single turbo. Kind of imagine what it'd be like if it was twin turbo, just with the same bone stock SR20 engine into it. Imagine if they would make like an SR. Imagine if they made an SR20 DETT. When it got RB26 DETT, they should make a twin turbo version of the SR20. Probably. I don't know, but I mean, that'd be cool if they would, but I highly doubt it. I mean, it wouldn't work unless. I mean, it wouldn't kind of be possible unless you do an engine swap. So the S14 Silvia keys received a new version of the SR20. So single turbo. So single turbocharged SR20. SR20 with a slight increase in power due to the implementation of Nissan's variable cam timing VCT system known as NVCT. So Nissan variable cam timing on the intake cam and a larger T20 T28 so T28 turbocharger T28 turbocharger say T28 turbocharger. What is T28 turbo? Say T28 T28 turbo. The engine now produce so the engine now produced 6,000 RPM, 217 horsepower, which is not bad for an S-Chassis. I mean, 217 horsepower is pretty good. I mean, literally, I mean, some people say 217 horsepower is not much, but others say it would. I mean, 217 horsepower for a Silvia, I mean, that's pretty respectable. I mean, for a car this light, I mean, it's pretty good. So 200. So the engine now produced 217. So 217 horsepower. So 217 horsepower at 6,000 RPM. So 6,000 RPM and so 6,000 RPM and 274 so 274 newton meters. So 274 newton meters. So 274 newton meters. 202 pound-feet. So 202 pound-feet. So 202 pound-feet of torque at 4,800 RPM. So 4,800 RPM. There was a mild styling update. So mild styling updates. Update to the S14. So S14. So there was a mild styling updates to the S14. So to the S14 during 1996. Say 1996. So 1996, which added aggressive looking projector headlights and tinted taillights. So both aggressive looking projector headlights and tinted taillights. I'm not sure if like in some countries would be illegal to like tint the lights or the windows. I'm not too sure. So projector headlights and tinted taillights. So tinted taillights. So tinted taillights to all models. I mean, I know a lot about tinting windows, but tinting the headlights and taillights, barely know much about that. The older version is known. So the older version is known as the Zenki. So Z or Z E, so Z E N, so Z E N Z, so or so Z Z E, so Z E N K I. Literally, in English, it's prior, so prior period, so prior period. Both fascias and fascias and fascias and other exterior trim pieces, so pieces were also revised. So also revised. So they're both also revised. Revised. The turbocharger, or just simply the turbo for short. So the turbo. So the turbo now. The turbo now use. So the turbo now used a more efficient ball bearing center section. So ball bearing center section. So the turbo. So the turbocharger now you. So the turbocharger now used a more efficient ball bearing center section. So ball bearing center section. This updated version. So updated version is also known as the cookie. As a cookie. So K. So K O. So KOUKI. Not as in what you eat, but as in like the front-end conversion of the S14. So this updated version's also this updated version is also known as the cookie, literally later period, S14, or by enthusiasts as the S14A. So S14A. So S14A. S14A. It was sold as the second gen. So second gen. So the second gen 240SX in North America from 1995. So 1995 to 1998, equipped with a naturally aspirated, so non-turbocharged, KA, so KA24, so KA24 DE, so naturally aspirated KA24 engine, so KA24 2.4 liter engine, so naturally aspirated 2.4 liter KA20 inline 4 engine. The final model, so the final model year of S14 production in all markets was 1999. So the very end of the very late 90s and almost the very start of the very early 2000s, called the touring model. So touring model, which had a better engine block, so engine block pistons, and better acceleration. So better acceleration. So acceleration in lower gears. So in lower gears. So low gears. Next up we got is the Nismo. So the Nismo So the Nismo 270, so Nismo 270R version of this car. The 270R is a limited edition. So a limited edition. So a limited edition. So limited edition version. So limited edition. So limited edition version of the S14, developed by Nissan Motorsports, abbreviated as Nismo. Say Nismo. Say developed by Nismo. Say Nismo. Produced only in 1994. Say only in 1994. So 1994, the car was built on the standard S14 chassis, but had many enhancements over the standard S14. So standard S14. So the car was built on the S14 chassis, but had many enhancements over the standard Silvia. So the 270 is in reference to the horsepower of the car, so of the horsepower of the car, as opposed to the displacement of the engine. So apparently it might have I think it has a 2.7 liter version of the SR20, I think. So, I mean, 270 horsepower is pretty good. Almost 300 horsepower, that's not bad, it's pretty good. So the 270 is, so the 270 is in reference to the horsepower, say horsepower of the car, so horsepower of the car, as opposed to the displacement of the engine. So 2.7 liters, say 2.7 liters, 270 horsepower, as opposed to the displacement of the engine. The 270R. So the 270R features a vented hood. So vented hood or bonnet with a front mounted intercooler. Front mount intercooler. Nismo Edge aerodynamic kit. Heavy duty clutch. A two-way LSD, so over the slip LSD differential. So a two-way LSD. Nismo logo for the front and rear seats, and among other upgrades. All the 270s were painted black. So painted black. So painted black with Nismo 270. Nismo 270R. So Nismo 270R 270R badging above the rear wheels. So rear wheels and a product numbered plaque. So plaque in the glove compartment or glove box. Only 30. So only 30. 270. So only 30 So 30, 270Rs, so 270Rs, so 270Rs were built. Last up is the A.K.A version. So the A.K.A version, so A.K.A version, K's MFT or MF-T. So the last one, and I'll end it there. Tuning company, A.K.A or A.K.A, which is Japanese. So tuning company, so tuning company A.K.A, so tuning company A.K.A built a tuned, so tuned adaptation, so an upgraded, or just tuned basically, adaptation, so adaptation of the CS4, or the CS4, the CS14, CS14, so CS14, CS14, so CS14 King's variant, so King's variant, so King's variant, so CS14 King's variant, so variant, it includes an arrow-styled HD, so HUD, or heads-up display, as they would call it. It's a heads-up display with so it includes an arrow style heads-up display with white displays and gauges for oil pressure, so oil pressure boost and voltage, so oil pressure boost and voltage in a center console. As a center console, along with a Momo. So along with a Momo, Momo steering wheel. Say steering wheel. So Momo steering wheel. Momo steering wheel. And a leather gear shifter. It's a leather gear shifter, or leather gear knob. The interior trims also revised. So the interior trims also revised. It's power. So this next part is gonna be cool. It's powered by an A.K.A tuned. So A.K.A tuned. A.K.A tuned. So A.K.A tuned SR20 DET. So SR20 DET that produces 244, say 244 horsepower. 244 horsepower. That's not bad. It's pretty good. so an IH, so an IH, so an IHI, ball bearing, single turbo, so single turbocharger, VIN number 14, was fitted in favor of the Garrett T28. So an IHI, so an IHI ball bearing single turbo, say single turbo, say turbo, VIN number 14 was fitted in favor of the Garrett was fitted in favor of the Garrett T28. So Garrett T28. So was fitted in favor of the Garrett T28 single turbo. So Garrett T28 single turbo. So for both slightly quicker response. So response and flow. So response and flow. Larger 48. So larger 400. larger 400. So larger 480. So 480 cc injectors found in the later S15. So S15. S15. So S15 spec Rs were also fitted, as well as a thicker 80 millimeter, so 80 millimeter intercooler, so 80 millimeter intercooler, so intercooler also found in S15s to help expel exhaust. So expel the exhaust. So to help expel the exhaust. So the exhaust. A higher flowing Fujitsubo so Fujitsubo Gaiken. It's like saying the word Fujitsu but adding the letters B and O at the end. So Fujitsubo Gaiken. So Fujitsubo Gaiken F FGK. So FGK exhaust was fitted. So it was fitted. Handling improvements include multi-link suspension. So multi-link suspension. So suspension, firmer shocks and spring. So firmer shocks and springs. Front strut tower base. Well, not base. Sorry. Front strut tower brace or front strut brace. There we go. And a rear sway bar. A bigger F40 style. So an F40. So F40 style rear wing and so rear wing and aero body kit with A.K.A. Indicators or blinkers are also fitted. Last part, and I'll end it there. An A.K.A. version, so A.K.A. version K's MFT, so MFT badge and sticker can be found on the trunk or the boot. Alright, so that'll be it. Alright, so for my next Silvia video, will be about the legendary one. Everybody's most favorite, also my most favorite as well. The mighty, legendary S15. That's right, the mighty S15 Silvia. And along with that will be also revival and motorsport. So revival and revival and motorsports. Say motorsports. And then that will be it. Alright. Okay guys, so that'll be it. If you guys like this video, so if you guys like this video, like and subscribe. Say like and subscribe. Comment down below. So comment down below. What you guys think. Hit the notification bell and hit all so you're alerted of when I make brand new uploads. Alright. So that'll be it. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. But until then, stay safe. So stay safe. Have a great evening, and have a fantastic day tomorrow morning. And I'll see you guys soon in the next video. So take care, folks. Stay safe out there. I say take care, folks. Take care, folks. There we go. So take care, folks. Stay safe out there. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.